Okay, I have a very short presentation. It's not going to take very long. I just wanted to touch on the subject of health and safety and compliance in your business and what APNZ are doing to assist you with that. And as you can see up on the screen, we're in the process now of developing an apiculture safety management system for you as members of apiculture to use. And it's the primary focus is on health and safety, risk management, employee welfare, farm safety and safe work practices. And as you'll be aware, on the 1st of April this year, the Health and Safety and Employment Act changed, and it makes rules a lot stronger, and it makes more of us more accountable for what happens. And it applies if you're the owner of that business, the director of that business, or an employee of that business. We all have a responsibility today, so it's really important that we focus on that. It should be part of your risk management program in your business to make sure that you do something about it. We are currently working with a proposed partner, which is QSI International, and their role is to build a living document on how we manage health and safety, etc., in our workplace. We're looking at 4 core key modules. With that, there will be a 0800 advice number. So if you're not sure about how to go about it, what you're doing, if you have purchased the program, purchased the system, you can dial up an 0800 and ask those questions so that it is a living document. There we go. So there we go. Modules, you can see I've got up on the screen 4 basic modules: on-farm safety, bee practices and activity, honey house operations, and packing and processing operations. So they're all very important. There'll be modules within that, and as an individual member, you'll be able to purchase the bits that you need. Some people obviously don't have honey houses, don't have packing operations. Some just have storage facilities, etc., so it'll be available to you. As I say, the proposed partner is QSI. They're going to build a living document. They're going to refine and develop those 4 key modules with some assistance from us. We've got the 0800 advice number, and it's beneficial that you can just pick up the phone and talk to somebody and receive the right advice. And they'll also provide incident management advice and support for a fee. In other words, if something does go wrong in your business, you really need to ensure that you use the right people to help you. If you do it correctly, you document it correctly, and you're seen to be proactive in your approach, it's the ramifications of an incident, be it serious or minor, are much less. So it's really important that we look at that. The modular elements, the sort of things that are going to be involved in there, it's going to talk about the responsibilities that you have and your employees and the people that you work with, the resource and process, the legal obligations, what it means to you and your business. It's going to look at the review procedures, how that works, hazards and risks that are involved, and we'll be looking for input from the industry to help us build a really strong and robust model there. We're looking for continuous improvement in our practice, safe practice. We need to be able to identify and assess risk and look at all the hazards and be able to document that, how we report those procedures. We need to look for stakeholder consultation and engagement, contractors and subcontractors, and as I've got last and very importantly at the bottom is risk management. And I'll give you an example of risk management in a business today. I don't know how many of you store your bulk honey in the same shed that you extract and you have your hot room, but I can assure you it's not a good risk management practice. We've had incidents in the last 12 months where honey houses have gone up in smoke and so's the crop, and they've got treacle in their drums and nothing to sell. So good practice is to move your honey and perhaps store it, for example, in storage containers rather than storing it in your factory where the risk is greater. The same if you're a Cantabrian like I am, we have a bit of shake, rattle and roll going on down there quite frequently, and it's really important that you spread your management and business risk. So, think about how you do things and the best ways to store bits and pieces. How do I purchase it? What's going on? So we're looking at a launch date of this for September. We're certainly going to try and do it faster if that's possible. It'll be available for purchase through the APNZ website. Obviously, members of the organisation are going to buy it at a substantial discount to those that are non-members, but it will be available to everybody in the industry. The cost isn't yet to be finalised, but it's not going to be a large cost based on your business today. But it's going to be a very, very wise investment and something that you should seriously consider. If you don't have something now, it should be on your list for this year. It's most important. Doing something about it is the first step and a really, really important step. So, as I've said here, this is a must-do. Whether a business is a sole trader and you're working on your own, or whether you're working as a limited liability company, it's really important that you comply with the Health and Safety Employment Act. You can't hide from it. Doing nothing is not an option. You are liable, as is your business. So health and safety must be part of your business risk management plan. Doing this is an absolute priority, and I encourage you to really consider that and bring it to the forefront of your business today. This is the time of the year for beekeepers when they can actually put a bit of time and thought into that sort of thing. And I just encourage you to do that. The second part of what we're doing is to do with compliance. And I know that many of you employ staff, and many of you will be organised and you will have contracts with your staff, but I also know from experience that many of you won't. You won't have an employment contract in place, and you are exposing yourself and your employee to considerable risk. So it will be very important that we tidy that up as part of our whole business plan. So we'll be looking at having available for you employment contracts for fixed term, employments for casual operators. There'll be a drug and alcohol policy. Why do we have that? Because it's part of life today. It's what happens out there. And we need to ensure that when somebody's operating an extractor or been at a party like they did last night and come home at 4 o'clock this morning, that they're not jumping on the saw to start cutting up timber or things like that. All these sort of things are really important. And we're also looking at perhaps how we can develop, and I've called it question mark, a share milker model. But as I look at what's happening in the industry, I'm sure there's going to be future where that sort of model is actually going to become part of our industry. And we need to look at how we might facilitate that and make that available and have a model there that somebody can have a look at. So, and I just encourage you, if you've got any other things that you can bring forward like that needs to be dealt with, I'd be very keen to receive that, as would Daniel or Pauline. It's important that we fix these things, we get our compliance requirements in order, and that we build our businesses not only around our beekeeping and our what today is a very strong income, but also ensuring that our risk management practices are very strong. So I'm very happy to answer any questions later on, or come and talk to us, but we're looking to engage on this as quickly as possible. So thank you very much.